We're live here, and it's backwards day because for some reason Chris has a tank top on and not Timmy. Timmy's got an actual shirt on. Yeah, that's great.
Fucking love
What's
it.
good in the head? Chris is built like me. He looks strong from here up, and then if you just pan down, it's like, oh, that kid loves pizza.
I call it the keg.
That's right. Kid to the last drop, baby. Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Red Match Podcast, the automotive podcast where we decided this was going to be the Sema episode like 3 hours ago. So
Yeah.
well put together as ever. No, there's been some cool shit, kind of like pre-shown from Sema. Obviously, the show hasn't started yet. There's just like a bunch of photo dumps and all types of shit right now. But Hoonigan had some cool shit go. Interesting Fords, as per usual. And yeah, just some cool shit. Just some cool shit going on. Do we even need to do the drinking part anymore? I feel like we've grown out of it. Everybody knows we're alcoholics.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're pretty consistent alcoholics.
Yeah.
I think it's now more of a thing of like, hey, if we have a guest, what are you drinking? Right?
Yeah.
Right. And if they say,
I mean, you never know. We might switch it up and not keep it classy.
I don't know, man. I may go back to bourbon here pretty soon. I feel like I've done on the vodka.
I'm hitting a Paloma.
Which is just fancy tequila.
I told you. You were right.
That's what.
No, because like, yeah, because we're like, oh yeah, I wonder if Alex will do his thing where he tries to predict what we're drinking. I'm like, I'm not drinking tequila. Well, I mean, she's like, well, technically you are.
She was like,
guess what?
Purposely switched it up just for that reason.
What are you
drinking?
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
All right, Colin, what are you drinking?
Tell me.
Out of Bounds Blackberry IPA.
Ooh,
that is a good one.
That
is a good one.
Do you taste blackberry in that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh,
it's pretty fire, and it actually it's pretty strong. So,
careful. My mother-in-law was in town for like a week, and she drove out here from Cali, which is savage.
Holy shit!
And I was like, I told my wife, I was like, yo, tell her to go to Moonraker and pick some shit up before she comes
here. Decent beer. I need some decent beer.
Dude, it's Texans act like they like to drink, and then they make a bunch of shit that is like not that fucking cash money to drink, or whatever. Dude. It's like y'all will never. I don't. He's from Arkansas. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, it's funny. I don't think any of my neighbors are native Texans. The guy across the street's from Virginia, and yeah, he's from Arkansas. I don't know where he's from because he's kind of weird. Whatever. Just keeping it real, dog. You know,
just fucking keep it real.
Just fucking, neighbors be weird, dude. Heads up in the chat if your fucking neighbors are weird.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Steven?
It is Steven, Mr. Stetler.
What's up, Steven?
We need to finish. We need to finish up that. We need to get him making stickers. We need to get on that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off with something funny that happened right before the show. Actually, my buddy. So remember I told you my buddy had a white WRX, and then he traded it in for a truck, and then he
traded it
for a blue WRX, a blue WRX.
Yeah.
And then he traded that in for an STI, which he just traded in for an Audi A3.
What?
Why?
Yeah,
that's a downgrade.
I mean, it's a nice car as a daily. It's a brand new one. You got a brand.
Was it an accident?
Oh, okay.
No, it
Did
wasn't
he
an
know
accident.
what he was buying?
I will take the
It was
car
a
that is
baby
objectively
swing.
worse, please. Right? Yeah, exactly. Like he got like it's like he spent money on like a fancy GTI.
I mean, they're really nice.
They're
A
very
really,
nice.
a really fancy-ish
I
GTI.
mean, it's got like a digital dash and stuff. The new ones are like really fancy on the inside, you know. But I was just like, what'd you do with all
Wait,
your
so
parts?
he got an A300 S3.
Yes.
Like, dude,
Yeah. Yeah.
bro.
I'm with you. Like we're here. Like
So
okay,
you spent 45 grand on an A3
because you know we didn't get a discount right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
there's
bet
no
you.
fucking way.
Yeah.
I bet you he
no.
paid markup. I guarantee he paid markup right now.
No,
'cause
not
Audi-
for an A3.
Bet we're selling them for markup
Really?
right now. Yes.
Ugh.
What's your
You
markup
can't-
on? What's
Yeah,
your
what
markup
is your
on
mark
A3?
on A3s?
I think it's $8,000.
Fuck you.
Oh.
It's
Bro,
that's
so,
not
okay,
as bad as
On the
25
RS,
grand.
the RS Q8 that's on the showroom, a white one,
Yeah.
it's loaded. The sticker's like 165. You want to guess what the markup is on that?
75 up.
Yep.
Kyle, put your mic just like marginally closer to your face.
It's wild.
That's so gross.
Wild.
Kyle, dude, Chris
That's
is yelling.
Cayenne Turbo S money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Cayenne
Brutal.
Turbo S money.
Yeah, but
Is it
then
wait? Is an
Cayenne Turbo S,
RSQ8?
they're
Is an
gonna-
is an RSQ8 Cayenne Turbo S fast?
Yes.
It's the Cayenne
same
Turbo S
motor.
is faster. It's the same motor. It's uptuned.
Because
Dude,
gotta-
with a couple
because
quick beep
fucking-
boops.
yeah,
The beep
You
boop.
gotta love
Yeah,
them.
beep
Gotta
boops.
love them beep
A couple
boops.
beep boops on this car. Dude, that thing,
It all
that
comes
thing-
down to the beep boops.
that
Literally,
thing
so
would pass
like
up the Lambo.
an
like-
RSQ8 MSRP is around the like 120 realm. A Cayenne Turbo S is like 150. So with markup, you could just get a Cayenne Turbo S, but there's going to be markup on top of the Cayenne Turbo S. So it doesn't matter. None of us are buying a Cayenne Turbo S. So
Alex,
that.
you remember the going prices for Range Rovers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like SV autobiography, like
The
top
bad
of
Yeah,
one.
line,
we didn't
you
mark them up. We just didn't discount them
yeah,
We-
before.
So we just got a new GM. We sold a flat black factory paint SV autobiography Range Rover for $230.
Beg your fucking pardon. The current bond, the
230.
not the because
Zero.
the new one's not even out yet, right? So yeah,
Not the
that's
2022, the
which is
2021.
first of all the 2022
$230?
baller. Have you guys seen the new Range Rover?
Yes.
Dude, that
Not for
shit looks.
$230 though.
Dude, that shit
Is it
looks like.
230
A,
money? It's like
It's not the
was it
new
worth
one.
230?
No,
No.
well, they're all the prices are going up right now, and it's
wait,
I'm
was it
not going to be surprised.
was it SVA or was it just an auto?
SVA.
I mean, the most expensive ones. Yeah, no, the most expensive one of those that I've ever seen sold was like 193.
Right.
And that was the electric blue one that the guy didn't realize that was the color he ordered. And
that
he kept,
car was
Yeah.
sick.
the car was sick
Yeah.
as fuck. Guess what? It was a $4,200 a month lease.
That's
What?
disgusting.
And it wasn't even the color he thought it was when it showed up. Because the
And
dude's
Oh,
like,
God.
Gonna
It's a-
break.
yeah, it's a Velocity blue, which is like blue.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. That is the best way to describe it.
And he saw it and he's like, what am I, a fucking basketball player? He's like, exact words out of the dude's mouth. Josh sold him the car. And he's like, I'm not a fucking basketball player. And that's what his wife said too. And she's like, what the fuck? He's like, well, whatever, it's here.
Wow.
Oh no.
He
Jesus.
did like a 2-year lease. He gets a new one every couple of years. But yeah, the new Range Rover is fucking baller. That shit is ridiculous.
It's not. Yeah, they want to compete basically with Maybach.
Yeah, no legit. I mean, the cheapest one now is $104,000. You used to somehow be able to get like a sub 100K full size range, and now it's like nah. But
No.
you can get a 7-seater for the first time in a Range Rover, which is huge.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
I lost so many sales because you couldn't get a 7-seater in one of those things.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a Rover engine anymore because Ford finally said we're not selling you guys fucking engine blocks anymore. So it's got the M5 twin turbo V8 in it.
Yep.
Not a bad engine.
Nope.
And we already know you can tune the dick out of that thing, so get ready for
And see
100
again, That's prime
I-
example of what we were just
I
talking about a
wanna-
couple podcasts ago about you just fucking plug and play shit anymore. Like that's what it's
Get
gonna
ready for a
fucking be.
190-mile-an-hour full-size rover. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm super. So this GM is very tailored to.
I hate his haircut.
Is it Keith?
You and me both. If
No.
if there was a
Keith
walking
runs both stores, doesn't he?
No,
Not
not anymore.
He did.
If you had a walking Instagram
Shout out
model,
Damon, Rich, and
kinda what he
Nicole. Hope
looks
you
like.
guys are doing great after you got fired. Twat.
Oh, shit.
No, he wants to lift all the he wants to lift Land Rovers, put roof kits on them,
Overland 'em.
Wants to pimp 'em out.
Yeah, he wants to do a lot of stuff. We're trying to get higher end cars in the dealership, Lamborghini, Ferrari, etc. He wants to make it like a luxury.
Oh, you mean
legit
what
at
it
the
should
front
have
of the-
been the whole
That's
time?
what's up.
100%. Legit, when you walk into the service doors, it's red carpet. So when customers come
Well,
in,
you
they
guys have
first-
the nice new dealership too. Like when I was working out of that fucking jalopy of a dealership, like it kind of made sense to have Honda Civics in the front. You know what I mean? Because like,
Yeah.
don't mind the fact the drywall is falling off. It's fine. Sign right
Yeah.
here. That'll be $300,000. Thank you. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Can he like come be the GM of my store? My GM doesn't do that stuff.
Yeah.
So, do you
well,
have fucking DeSantis over there still?
No,
Fuck no.
it's Mr. Meyer.
Joe went down to San
Brian
Diego.
Meyer?
No,
That'd be
Meyer,
some
you
shit.
don't know.
It's
You never
Mark
sell
Myers
any
for
fucking
Brian.
Porsches with that much halitosis in the dealership. Just saying.
Between him and Bersardi, yeah, no shit.
Right. It's cool though. He could color check all the yellows with his teeth. Right. Like, is this fucking is this on palette?
Damn, damn the shade.
What? Show me the lie, dog.
I'm not.
You know what's
I'm
great
not-
is that like when people go and listen to this,
I
Yes,
have no idea.
nobody
who
know
the
who the
fuck
fuck
that
these
is.
people are.
I know.
Yeah,
I hate
That's
it.
great. Steven, your GM is younger than me. Hey, thanks
Hey,
for ruining all of our
dude,
evenings.
Truth,
It's
truth.
It is what it is. He's really
I've-
good at
I've
selling cars or sucking dick or both. You know, whatever. It's like,
I've gotten into enough altercations with him in 6 months.
Yeah.
you
Tim's
taught
gonna
him,
end up
you
like
taught
me
him
and
well,
just
Mike.
get
I was to say you taught him well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is I one standard versus another, and that's the whole problem. But that's a whole
Yeah.
different conversation. But
Anyway,
we're here to talk about that. We're here to
That's
talk
not
about
why we're here.
enough about talking about people that nobody knows but us.
Back to what Kai you were talking about with your friends A3. Did
Yes.
everybody see Bryce's Instagram?
Yeah, he got an S3.
He got a brand new S3 and got rid of
Yeah,
the dollar.
congrats.
Congrats
Good
to
job,
Bryce.
For that, who
That'll be
acts
sick
like
as
he
fuck.
doesn't know us anymore, which is fine.
Mhm.
For now on, when I talk about my dad, I'm referring to Bryce Jordan. So,
just ghosted us, bro.
I'm gonna fucking
You
throw all the
did.
shade tonight. I don't give a fuck.
Bryce, you kind of did, bud.
I just think it's. I mean, that's kind of like. It was an interesting situation because he was pretty deep in that Gulf R, dude.
Dude,
Like,
he was beyond
Yeah.
deep. in that
Yeah.
he had
I
the
need to-
whole.
we need to see if he'll actually come aboard again because I know he was in the middle of
A lot of shit.
moving. He was just
Trying to run the YouTube channel. He's a busy guy. He's a busy guy. He was building the car. The car seems like it just been breaking and breaking and breaking and breaking. And he was throwing more and more money at it. And when you buy new parts and then they explode, it's kind of heartbreaking, right? So,
That sucks.
I mean, what that rear cradle he had in that fucking thing was like $1,000 rear subframe before he put all the arms on it, and then he put a dog box in it, and that which we already know what those cost. And
Right.
you know, like, that's a fuck to throw all that shit in a car and then say fuck it, put it back to stock, trade it in, and go get something else is like that's pretty deep, man.
That's what. Up.
Yep.
Especially when he effectively has the same powertrain, right?
Other than an
I'm not
S3, is S3
sure.
S3's not all-wheel drive? Are they?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
it's a
It's a front wheel bias.
No, that's
it's
A4,
a fancier Golf R, like pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So that's all it is.
Yeah, so he got a new, but it's still MQB. It's still the same engine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same transmission.
Yes. Unfortunately.
So he just got a really.
I mean, I don't personally like it.
Did he?
I love
Did he
it.
get an auto or did he get a stick?
Yeah. You can't get a. I don't think you
Oh,
can
you
get
can't get a
necessarily
stick.
No,
Yeah.
can't get a
No.
manual.
So he automatically got the better transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good on you, champ. You got a way nice.
Hey,
See,
dude,
everybody.
I'm-
This is Listen, this is
It's Nardo Gray.
dude.
Nope.
I
That's
drove.
cool.
I'm gonna tell you guys something that really hurt me. I drove my car to work on Saturday because this went in for a couple hours, and it was the 1st
Mhm.
day I fucking hated my car.
Hey.
I was just like, "Fuck this, dude," because it's just so it's like it's slammed, it's on coils, and yeah, I could probably make it like a little bit softer, but it's like it's never gonna be as. They're just not comfy car. Like even a
You
stock
should've bought
STI.
that Beamer I sent you is what you should have bought.
Yo, that fucking Beamer was money. This fool sends me it's a 2001 540i wagon,
Mhm.
full M swap as far as body
Hell
kit
yeah.
with a 6-speed
Mhm.
manual conversion.
Dude.
It was maroon with the light interior with
Oh, dude.
Recaros to match, like
Oh,
leather
sexy.
Recaro. It was fucking. It was.
That
And
sounds
it's
hot.
so it's the chick that owns Stitch Boots. I don't know if you guys know that company. They make custom shift boots and shit for like Subarus and a bunch of other shit. She owns it. She's like a car person. She's got a Slam Forester that makes like 400 some horsepower. She's got
Nice.
a M2 comp that she daily drives, and then this fucking wagon was like their baby. And she's like, "We're gonna let it go." And she wanted like 26 G's for it. I'm like, "That's not even that
dude,
bad."
I thought that was a fucking
It's just
steal.
great because first of all,
It-
that 4-liter V8 is fucking sick. It makes great
Yeah.
noises. It's pretty stout other than Vanos, which is like just the common BMW problem, whatever, right? That 6-speed transmission is the one that everybody puts in 500 horsepower turbo K swaps, so we already know that that'll take power. And it's a fucking manual wagon. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's fucking sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, like kind of like my homie got rid of his. Mike and I have been talking. I'm like really considering selling the SCI, getting a daily, and then saving for a Stagia when they're legal in the States.
What would your daily be?
Probably just the wife's Outback. Just buy it and then get her something
Boo.
else.
You and Chris suck.
Dude, listen, I gotta buy a house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but yeah, he's buying a house, but the end result of what he would be able to import.
it's Skyline wagon.
Yes,
I mean, that's fine. I like that.
Okay,
It's the speed of
RB26
that
twin
fucking
turbo
car.
R34 front end Skyline wagon.
Yeah.
The only thing it needs is an R32 transmission because it comes with the 5-speed. But that's like not even like a huge deal. You know what I mean? Like that's
$1,500. We could find one.
yeah. I'm sure Lenny could find me an R32 tranny for like not
Right.
$1 billion. Yeah, and it's like, and they're not even that expensive to rebuild, right? So I'm like, dude, like, come on, how are you gonna fucking tell me why is my camera all laggy? Yeah, that's just I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at. It's like adult decision time. It's kind of a bummer, right? But it's like Chris sold the taco. Not sold the taco. He sold the fucking
Marrow.
Yeah.
marrow. Why is Chris
Womp,
frozen?
womp, womp.
By the way, everybody, we have a silent moment for the Marrow. She was
Well, we
a
can't-
great car.
Chris is not moving right now. He's
Chris
just
is
frozen.
gone.
Chris and his marrow are gone.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Oh,
There we go.
oh. Chris
I love
and
that
the
when he
Marrow
does
are
that
gone.
when it fucking the whole fucking it does like musical chairs with the goddamn
Cuts everything in half.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, are you here? Can you hear us? Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. It's like
Damn
he
it.
dipped out the minute we were dogging him out for selling the marrow too.
Right?
He's like, "Oh, my cute accent. Fucking, they're talking shit." Only guy in the
My
automotive
camera
podcast who
froze.
doesn't actually own a car. Just get the fuck
Right?
Oh, dude. Chris,
Well,
what are we
we'll
doing?
wait for Chris to apparently come back.
Yeah.
Nice cow.
In other news,
That's refill.
Mike is
I
almost
modded-
back to the car he sold.
Yeah.
It's
Feels so good, but it is
nicer for sure. It doesn't have how many miles are on the old one?
it's so different. 55,000?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's way different.
Yeah, 50. Yeah, but I mean at the same time, that engine in that car only had 30K on it, which
For sure.
I'm talking about that. But no, I mean, so I got to put my coils back on, sway bars, end links, catback exhaust. I did the grim
You did?
speed intake. We did. Excuse me. Kyle did.
There we go.
No. But we got to do all that to that car.
Kyle's reaction.
Dick, Alex.
Kyle's just
reaction
true.
is fucking
Hey,
everything, dude.
I actually really did help the fuck out of Kyle. It's just
Yeah, you brought all the parts to the shop. You dropped the car off, and then you went and got a massage.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, but I
don't
was.
care.
I told you I was throwing all the shade tonight.
Yeah,
but-
he's cutting
Okay,
deep already.
but hold on. Did he pay you?
He won't ever let me fucking
No.
pay him.
He won't let me.
Oh.
He never let me pay
Well,
him either.
that's your own problem.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what do I owe you? Like, I
Yeah,
will
he-
pay you, and he's
He
like,
wouldn't
don't
let me
even
pay
worry
him either. Yeah, he
Yeah.
wouldn't let me pay him either.
That's your issue, Cal.
about it.
That's not an issue.
But
Not an issue at all.
Let us
Dude.
pay your labors.
He's safe on
I know.
issue. No, hey, he's back. Kyle,
Yeah.
do the thing with the microphone. There you go.
it's
Thanks, Dad.
crazy how different 4 years makes in a production model car, and then to add that stuff back to it, it's like it's such a night and day difference in how it handles, how it drives, how it performs. You can tell that I need more out of the car just because it's only stage 1
Plus or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it is from Cobb. Because you can. I was telling Tim the other day. He was asking, "Oh, how's it sound like?" And the intake sounds fucking cool. I mean, 'cause
Turbo
it's
noises
cooler,
are the shit.
cool weather. It's fucking starting to get cold, and you're like,
That's my favorite part of the car is that it makes turbo noises.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
absolutely. And like, but you can tell, like, it gets to probably like 45,
And it
$5
falls on its
grand.
face.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just like there, and I'm like, fuck.
Dude, mine's so like. Here's the biggest bummer watching. Dude, Steven goes. He's really good at holding that flashlight.
Damn straight, Steven.
Hilarious.
Damn
What the
straight.
fuck's- What the fuck's Tom, dude? Tom's fucking dogging us out. That's fucked
I
up.
don't. Yeah, I sent him a message. Kinda
Maybe he's mad at
surprised
us
he
for
didn't.
yelling at him about Priuses so much last time.
No, because he like continued to send me, Prius lift kits on Instagram.
Oh my God.
Tom, I
He-
swear.
He needs.
I'm gonna
He
call
needs
that
help.
guy.
He's gonna call him on stream right now and ask him where the fuck he is.
I mean, I don't want to validate Tom, but last time we were on the trail for like 9 hours, we did see a Prius out there.
This is not.
And
what
if
the
you
fuck
want to
it
do
is.
it, I have no
I
problem
should
with
have
that.
snapped it, but it just
That's
dawned
not
on me,
gonna be
like,
my first fucking thought for an off-road vehicle is a fucking Prius.
I
Not
can
one
think
bit.
of-
Saying
not one bit.
no,
Mm-mm.
yours
I can
fucking
think
taco.
of 9,000 other things I would rather do.
You
than
know,
My
off-road
Chevy
vehicles.
What I
Tahoe in the
really
driveway.
want is what Alex found: the Alpha Auto Works electric cars.
Thank you.
I want that truck.
That
the
truck
wolf.
is the wolf is
The
the
wolf.
shit. The
The
wolf is-
Wolf.
I'm not gonna put it
Dude.
back up on the stream because we've seen it like a million times. Because I have a giant boner for this thing, but it's like
I've
if it's-
showed so many people that shit.
if it actually is like, I mean, there's one in the Peterson that doesn't run, but like, if that company actually exists and that truck actually comes out, I can't think of a daily I'd rather have.
Shit, man.
Just a straight up like, it does like 250 miles of a charge, which I do 60 a day, which means I can put my fucking foot in it and it won't matter. And like, you know what I mean? Charge it when I get home. It's like good for the roads and shit. It's got a light bar. It looks like it came out of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
You could dress up
dumb
like
as
Marty
fuck.
McFly on Halloween. I mean, need I say more? I feel like it's really checking all the boxes. But
That's awesome.
And it's offered in blue.
yeah, because you know what, Timmy, I'm happy for you, man. All right. I just want you to know that, like, I'm here for you.
Your dad
And
must be proud.
So wherever he is, I'm sure he's proud.
god! Oh my god!
So yeah, what we were talking about before Chris suspiciously dipped out of the chat is that Chris sold the fucking Camaro.
Yes, he
So
did.
it's his last episode on the podcast. He doesn't own a car. He has nothing to contribute of importance from this point forward. Chris, it's been nice
Pretty
knowing you.
Peace.
Bye, guys. Go wander off in the woods.
No, so what's the fucking plan, man? Tell everybody why you sold the car and what you're allocating those funds to.
So, I mean, it seems like everything was like kind of meant to happen at this point. Getting rid of the car is just based off market value, what I could have got for it versus like what I could have got for it like a long time ago. Like I was buried in the car regardless. I loved it, but it was time to move on to something that I already have in the garage, El Camino, and it's going to be a multi-year project.
For sure.
But I mean, like pretty much once I made this decision, Alex links in our group chat. It's like, hey, Chevy just came out with the 630 something cubic inch, 1,000 horsepower, naturally aspirated son of a bitch.
Are you
Did
actually
you see how
planning-
much that was, by the way?
Well, no, I haven't looked at the price range, but I'm like,
It's not
technically,
that. It's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. It's like 15
what is
G's.
it?
It's like
Oh,
15
that's
grand.
not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
When you consider the Helephant, the fucking 1,000 horsepower enormous supercharged Hellcat was 30 fucking grand. No, it's not that expensive, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I want to preface this whole conversation with Chris texted me saying that the Marrow's for sale. And unbeknownst to me, he had already listed it on like Facebook Marketplace and shit. And then he you called me.
I called you.
Like, yeah, which obviously if Chris is not, because like nobody calls me, we all text each other or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Chris is in danger. And he's
there's
calling
no
me
for real. It's like, holy shit! Like maybe the Marrow actually won't start, and he needs technical advice, right? And like I have to help him out.
Always shade at the last moment. Always
like-
shade at the last moment, Marrow.
So I'm
Worst
like, what?
person to call for technical advice.
Yeah.
he's Apple support. He's a genius.
No, you know about bratwurst. I know about hot dogs. Okay, if you needed some sauerkraut
Fair enough.
advice, he'd come to you. You know, just just different
That's
strokes
how it
for
works.
different folks.
That's how it works.
Anyway, and he goes, and he's like, yo, I want to do this, and he's like, I want to sell the Marrow, and I want to build the Taco, and I want to build the Elko, and then I'm like gonna get something else for like a Canyon car. And he's like going down this whole fucking rabbit hole. And I was like, dog, like you have a Canyon car. It's done. Like just drive it, right? I was like, fucking put a roll bar in it, put a front lip on it, like put a short shift kit, some shit. Little things to make you fall back in love with the car, put a fancy steering, whatever. And just
Charger.
yeah, whatever. Well, no, I mean you don't need a blower in the Canyon, but you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Yes,
He needed a cam, and that bitch is what he needed.
A cam would have been sick, but you're in California, right? So that's tough.
Right.
Fuck.
Which I get too. I get that too. But the blower would have been, to Kyle's point, the blower would have been the only option that you could get away with, right? Because you can get a carb legal blower. And I'm like, nah, don't do it. Like, just chill, stack ched, then just go build, take the money that you would have used or whatever, stack it on the side and build the Elko little by little. He goes, all right, for sure. He's like, you're right, my bad. He's like, thanks for talking me off the ledge, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
I fucking jumped.
He's like, I'm gonna take the listing down. He's like, I'm gonna take the listing down. 48 fucking hours later, the Camaro was sold, and I'm like, all right, well, like whatever, dude.
Well, let's not mention all the fucking text messages and fucking messages he got from all of us when we all saw it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
when we woke
What's
up.
going on?
Oh yeah, that shit was really funny. I was like, listen, because in my head, I'm like, listen, I already talked him off the ledge. We're good. Like we're fucking chilling. Nobody stressed. Everything's gonna be fine. Never mind. Like I would
Travis
just like
Pastrana, no parachute, baby.
I would just like to point out, wasn't that some shit? By the way, that guy's a fucking psychopath. Anyway,
Yeah.
I would just like to point out that for the first time in history, I was not the scumbag. I told him to not do the scumbag thing. He did it on his
Wow.
own.
He did.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe I've just finally become a bad/good influence on you guys. I don't know, but you're making degenerate decisions all by your own, and now I walk away scot-free.
And now we have to work on an El Camino so Chris can have another car.
When you say we, you mean me.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I did Chris's spoiler on the Camaro.
Hey, I didn't even ask. He just kind of he just picked up a tool. Should we start wrenching? I'm like, okay.
You guys
Why
were
would you
high
trust
as fuck. I
me?
want you guys to go back and watch that episode. You guys are fucking useless high the whole time.
What do you mean? What?
You're
I got
like,
my
"Where's
It
the-
came out
here-
looking great.
Here's a spoiler. We found a spoiler. Like, like,
We find the spoiler.
right. What was the phrase I used last time? Watching a couple of monkeys try to fuck a football. That's kind of similar.
Yeah. There you go.
Um,
Perfect.
but so yeah, well, you're just gonna fucking put a fatty motor in it and just make a street cruiser out of it.
Yeah, street, maybe
Oh,
suspension, bring it to canyons occasionally.
I would fucking love to see you try and muscle a 630.
Dude, that would be fucking sick, right?
Yeah, right until you fly off the side of the fucking mountain like Thelma and Louise, you dumb fuck. What are you talking
I
about?
got, dude. I the first mod I bought was a Moon Eyes foot shifter, like foot gas pedal.
You put the
Oh my
Bigfoot
God.
fucking
The
shit.
Bigfoot gas
Yeah.
pedal on
There you
it.
Oh, So is there like a legitimate, real plan for this car though? I mean, have you? I know you sold it a couple
Of
weeks ago.
course, it's
So
Chris. Of course, he doesn't have a real plan. He just
Plan. There is a plan. There is
no,
a
I'm
plan.
just like, because again, you're right. Half the time we get fucking text message after the dumb shit that you fucking have done, and we're all like, oh, fucking okay, there goes Chris.
In the words of Rocket Raccoon, you have like 12% of a plan. Okay,
Correct. Yeah, like
I'm fairly
Yeah.
good at shooting from the hip.
I mean, it's you're successful at it. I'm not gonna lie about it. You're successful at it, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's like now that you've had time to like digest, think about it, you've kind of looked at a couple different options. I mean, do you
Mhm.
have like a dire way you're gonna go, or is it still like I knew you said the rendering of that one car to us, and it was kind of like, well, that's fucking cool, but is that
Yeah.
really still the ultimate goal, or what? What is
Yeah.
still the goal for that? I mean,
Eventually, end goal, right? End goal would probably be 70s muscle car sitting on some Japanese wheels.
He's
Like,
gonna
we're
put it
making,
on
like-
some T's.
I mean, I'm here
Or-
for
Well,
it.
no.
He already bought them.
Did you
Well,
really?
Well,
No,
no.
okay.
no.
I was
are you
like-
serious?
I was-
I was like, all right,
I watched Alex's face go like this,
I'm
and just
fucking here for it, dude. Nah,
fucking
we're
right.
fucking,
Let's do
yeah,
this right
well,
now.
I'm working on with something on the taco with
I'm
Lenny
working
right
on
now.
with
I'm working something out with the taco with Lenny right now. But I mean, the
Are you gonna
possibilities
get
from
those
what
wheels? Are you gonna get those wheels that I sent you?
the other ones.
The gray ones. right?
Oh, I didn't show you.
No.
hold
Oh
on.
no, he's getting something
Oh.
from the tire rack.
No.
I want to know.
Tire rack. That's
Let
fucked.
me.
That was rude. That was like.
That's a little.
Those are the
In the
wheels
chat.
that I
In the
have. and
chat.
You hate my
I know
wheels.
exactly. Yes, that's why.
Honestly,
Yeah,
though,
yes, that's why.
like now that I've seen enough of the S4s, like Tim's, I don't like your wheels on your car. I think they look too small.
The
That's-
19s on my car.
What the fuck
Yeah.
are you doing?
What the fuck are
Yeah.
you doing?
Trying
He's
to
doing
focus.
photography things.
Hold on.
Oh, that's what you get for using
Just-
a $3,000
just-
camera.
There.
Okay.
Oh, those look nice.
And what color?
okay.
In bronze?
CRO ones. No, they're gunmetal. They're work CRO ones.
No,
Ooh.
Dude, I
And
like
cut-
those a lot.
In gunmetal.
And what
on the
size, though?
white with the like 17s. 16s, even better.
16s.
You're good at a 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
16s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 16
What-
with what tire though?
Wild Peach or KO2s or some shit.
yet. I was thinking about
Well,
putting,
it's more
some
like size. I
Geolanders.
don't understand size. So like
Dude,
what
what?
size?
Some Geolanders.
Size would
Like a
probably be
33.
285 something, 285 something, 16.
You can't put a 33 on there?
I could
No.
put 33, but I want to go 35. Would be all big.
Oh,
Yeah, there you
okay.
Oh, you can
yeah.
go big boy.
So it's gonna be. So, yeah, it's
go.
gonna
Okay,
be.
so I foresee a lift kit coming to Kyle soon. Okay.
Pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then here, but then this begs the question. This begs the question. Okay, this is a real fucking question, and I love asking this question when people buy like the most ballsy version of a factory truck. Is like, if you were gonna lift it, why the fuck did you need to buy a TRD Pro? You could have just bought a regular TRD 4x4.
Dude, this is what.
What's
Yeah.
the point of buying an
Every
iPhone
day.
13 Pro Max? What's the point, right?
Fucking stupid. No, the difference is they
because
don't mod the Pro Max.
I'm not gonna
I'm
upgrade my fucking phone because I need to add an extra screen or some fucking spinners on it.
Ignorant, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Ryan literally talked to him about this every day.
Every day. Well,
It's
I mean,
like-
okay, so the point, to the reason as to why it was easier to get a TRD Pro rather than a TRD off road, just allocation wise, because the pros are made in Texas and the off roads are sent here from Japan. So your chance of getting a TRD Pro allocation is much higher than like an off road. So
that
I mean, I
fucked?
got my allocation. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's fucked.
But it's like so like Kibitech did this blue ZR2 for this guy, and this thing is fucking let me see if I can find it. It's fucking baller. Like, don't get me wrong. It's super sick. But I
Dude,
was
like, I
like,
can't like Ryan's truck is sick, but like I think your direction will be a little different. Like I've seen the videos you've posted like of the off road, like the with your truck and the Forerunners, and like
Mhm.
those are
I don't-
fucking good ass looking cars, man. Like
Ryan shit himself full. He shit his pants full. Like, I mean, I don't want to go the whole overland route and put the rooftop tent just because I got to deal with weight and all that shit. So
no,
I'm just gonna
Ryan,
go-
Ryan's rig is legit. Like when we went out shooting for his bachelor party out in like Nevada, like he had fucking everything you could fucking think of. Like
Yeah.
even like his little fucking like fridge could convert one side to a freezer and still keep it a fridge and like
Oh,
make
the
it all
Dometic
like
joints. Those things are so
yeah,
gangster. All right, check.
yeah,
So
and
if
like
you guys are watching the stream, check out this fucking. So this is the ZR2 that he did.
that's dope.
Yeah. So if you don't know Kibitek, he's like the suspension fucking god when it comes to
Okay.
trucks.
Cut your bumper, Chris.
No, but let me wait.
Eventually.
Before you say anything, when he
Okay.
first showed this truck, I dead ass went in the comments and was like, dude, this thing's sick, but I have to ask, like, what's the point of starting with the ZR2 when you have nothing left that separated it from like a regular Colorado? Because it's the Multimatic spool valve suspension, the factory lift kit, the different
all the
geometry,
shit he took off.
all
Right.
of which is gone, right? It's just
Yeah.
king
Right.
shocks and fun. And he was like, he like had an answer because he obviously doesn't want to like dog out his homie that like brought him a truck that he then threw 150 grand at in his shop, right? But it's like,
Right.
Right.
I was like, he answered it and he was like, well, you know, you start with the best and blah blah blah. And I was like, there's an argument there, but like, again, if objectively, if you take all the shit out of it that made it the best, and at the end you're left with the exact same base chassis, like, what the fuck is the point? Like, I could have
Yeah,
just,
Right.
you
so
know what I
much
mean?
No,
money.
100%. 100%.
But that's just me, dog. What do I know?
I got leather seats.
No, that's true. But what I was gonna say about that, like, pull that back up.
And no
the-
AC vents in the back.
The fenders don't like the fenders don't look finished to me.
Let me go back.
Go back.
Well, they're over fenders.
I know, but it just don't look like as far as out as the tires stick, right? It doesn't, and like it just like someone like cut it and smoothed the fender right there, and like that was
Yeah.
it. Like
Well, that's trophy truck shit, though. That's the thing. That's like,
I feel like that looks dope. That
Yeah.
one's a little eh.
well, let me
Eh.
find like another example of like what.
I mean,
So
don't get me
this-
wrong. I think that thing looks fucking gangster as
So
shit.
this is
like
like
I
the
think
this is the Dirty Max, right? Oh, the Bugatti
Okay.
Max. So yeah,
I mean-
this is a Duramax, which is hilarious to me. This
I
dude
guess
made
it
a
looks
pre-runner out of it.
unfinished to me, but maybe that's the style that it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like a pre-runner. It's supposed to look like an actual off-road trophy
Yeah,
truck.
but a
So like,
pre-winner like actually like has like the fenders that stick over the tires and all that shit. Like it just looks like unfinished.
I mean,
TRX. Ooh.
I guess that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that you're wrong, but that's fine.
Okay. I can sit here and say fuck you all day long too.
No, I'm just
I mean,
kidding.
what'd be cool is like if I could pre-run the Baja. That'd be fucking sick.
That would be cool. Yo, speaking of the TRX, Mike, that you brought up, I learned two interesting things about the TRX today. It's wider than an H1 Hummer.
Yep.
By an inch.
We had one at the shop.
Okay. And it's slower than a Rivian to 60 by a full second.
I didn't know that.
So the Rivian apparently makes 835 horsepower.
Damn.
What?
The
What?
0 to 60 in the threes, my dude. I was like,
I'm
what?
sorry, what?
Holy shit!
Jesus.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
I didn't get to drive the TRX, but a couple of the guys at the shop did, and like,
It's awesome.
they're
Don't get
like-
me wrong.
well, no, they're like, yeah, it's fast, but like, is
You can
it
jump
like,
it.
yeah, like it's like the off-road capabilities are fucking gangster shit, but it's like they were like, it's not like dumb crazy fucking fast, like.
And the Rivian's cheaper by like 7 G's. A fully loaded Rivian, I'd put one together, is like 83 grand. So like I just have a lot of hard time, like, you know, it's got a Hellcat in it, which is probably
Yep.
enough to make me spend the extra 7 grand because I can say like, oh, my truck's got a Hellcat in it. But you know, just one of those things, man. Just one of
Oh, I
those
just sent
things.
the wheels to the Instagram.
Okay, so we can see them. Your messages. I do want to see these.
So what is the plan now? So you got the Marrow, or Marrow's gone. Elco's in the garage. You're looking at possibilities. We're ordering Jap wheels for the fucking
Put them on everything.
taco.
Put that shit on everything.
What-
Kyle put
what's-
T's on the
what's-
GTI.
What's next then? So the taco is the plan going forward for right this second at least.
Splitting funds, saving for the El Camino because I know that's going to be a money pit.
Right.
Saving for
Yeah.
the taco. Taco's gonna be like the immediate car thing, just to scratch the itch.
Right.
Well, it runs, right? So that's
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got remote
Yeah.
start. It runs.
well, it's just like you can like the problem with like building a car, like you said, you're jumping into a multi-year project on the Elko.
Oh yeah.
Like, and we talked about this too, right? Because he was like, "Oh, I'll just like put a little into it, get it running, and then go back and mod it. I was like, well, that's kind of fucking dumb because then you're spending money twice.
Right. I'm just
Right.
gonna start from the back end and work my way up to the front end. Even though, as much as I wanted, like, here's 15 grand for this motor,
Yeah,
just having it sit in the garage for like 7 years or something like that.
Yeah. No, I think that's
You
the
better
right
have
way
that
to
shit running
approach
in
it.
like a fucking 1.5 2 years, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
I
think
know.
I think that like he's got the right idea. Like you do the suspension, you do the rear end, right? Like if you
Right.
fucking can put a modern rack and pinion in that piece of shit, because steering
I'll try.
boxes are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Clean the interior up, and then like to kind of your point, you could get it running with the motor that's in it, right? Like,
Right.
and at least in the suspension's done. And then when you just want to be fucking ignorant and drop a giant mountain motor in it, like, you know what I mean? Like, at least the rest of the car is somewhat set up to handle it.
Mhm.
Versus, like, I have a brick with 1,000 horsepower that can't go anywhere. You know?
Spins the tires real nice and hot though.
But
Yeah.
I bet you it starts every time.
It'd be one thing if like Chevy sent you the motor, like Mopar does the Hell Crates, where like they're running engines when they ship it to you because like the gauge cluster's hooked up, the ECU is hooked up, it's got a little fuel tank, and you can run them on the cradle, right? It'll just sit like that'd be fun. Every once in a while, you just go in the garage and fire up the fucking giant motor, and, give it a couple
I just
blips,
wanna hear
piss
it
off the
purr.
motor. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Wake up the neighbors early in the morning. See
Yeah,
what
you
happens.
know?
Hell
It's been a rough day. Let's start this bitch.
just sit
Yeah.
out there and smell it. Yeah, no, exactly.
Right?
Use the fucking exhaust pipe to light your joints or some shit. But like some ignorant. But yeah, no, I think that's the right. I think that's the right way to go about it. I think you're doing it the right way. It's like, and honestly, it's as stupid as it sounds. Chris selling the Marrow was like, to me, it was like, and this is my homie's fucking like rationalization for selling the STI. He was like, now like I can buy a project car and like just have it be a project car. And I think I'm like really at that point in my life where I just like I don't want to daily my project car anymore. Like I just fucking
Yeah.
don't want to do it because you just, especially when you commute 30 miles one way, it's like I don't fucking want to do this anymore. This shit sucks, dude. I want to get like, you know, I want something that kind of drives itself lightweight and like it's really nice
Bro.
on the inside and has a good stereo.
Jumping in the Tahoe. It's got a stereo. It's got Apple CarPlay. It's got a badass fucking seat warmer. You throw it
Yes.
and drive, and you just like
Fucking cruise,
I'm
dude.
15, 20 minutes to work, just cruising. Like
Does your
it's
Tahoe
so
have the
nice.
captain's chairs?
No, it actually does not.
That's a bourbon thing, I think. That's
Oh, is it?
See, like Timmy's
No,
in the.
you can get them. It was an option, but we didn't get that in that car. But you can put them in. I mean, dude, you can buy those things for dirt ass cheap. I mean, it's an O2 Tahoe seat, like,
Sick.
and it clips right in.
Yeah. Timmy's like actually, fuck, I never thought I'd say this. Timmy's the smartest out of all of us because at least his project car is objectively the nicest car here.
True.
It's got
Fuck
massage.
Timmy 2021.
Dude, look
I
at
still can't wait for him to blow that shit up. I can't wait for that day I get that phone call. Mike, I fucked up. It's fucking on the side of the freeway or some shit like that. Doing something dumb. I can't wait.
Yeah, but I feel like you couldn't like it's like that engine is not super uncommon. So like even if you
No.
blew it, like I feel like would it like be expensive? Yeah, would it be like prohibitively expensive? Like not really. You know what I mean? Like it would fucking suck
Yeah.
if you blew it. Like don't get me wrong, but I'd be a lot more like upset about fucking the drivetrain up. I feel like
I mean, you can find them out there used, and you could plug that shit in all day long. And there's plenty of good motors just sitting in the fucking junkyard waiting to be fucking put in cars. So
It doesn't matter. It's not gonna blow.
the way you drive,
Oh,
and if
no.
you run E85 all the time,
He
that
said
shit
you
will
better
blow the
you better
fuck
knock
up.
out
Fucking-
every fucking piece of wood in your house right now.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup. I said my car would always start. Look what happened. Look what-
Out of all the people in this room or this chat, who's blown the most motors?
Definitely Timmy. I've blown one and it was years ago.
I'm not gonna blame my STI for blowing up the Dyna. I got it. Like I'm not gonna take that shit. If you even have to take that shit, that's one motor to how many of yours?
Well, then
At
one.
least two.
Well, that's two. That's two. Yeah, two.
I'm gonna point
Fool
out
me
that
once.
I've blown up in the 17 cars I've owned. I've blown up 2 of them, both of which had over 170,000 miles. Okay, one was a van that I did a bunch of
And they-
burnouts in.
And they had
the-
oil. And they had oil.
One was a van I did a bunch of burnouts in, and the other one was a 200,000 mile single cam KA and a fucking S13, and that bitch deserved to die. Okay.
But we can all assure that it fucking had oil in that bitch.
Oh,
when it
definitely.
died.
I know because it was all over the fucking ground when it exploded.
Oh.
10 out of 10. The best part about that was that they found one motor in a junkyard, put it in there, bitch didn't start, so they went and got another one, put that back in there. That bitch didn't start, so they just fixed the one that exploded in the first place.
Oh my god.
And the mechanic, he goes, you know, all these motors, they're kind of pieces of shit. And he go, yeah, I know.
No
Yeah, they are.
shit.
Listen,
So
you're
toxic.
You're talking to the guy who's paying you $1,500 to put a piece of shit back in his car. Like, fuck, dude. So, yeah, you know, that's how that goes. Anyway, SEMA. SEMA's a thing. SEMA's sort of happening. Not really. And the main reason why I wanted to do this is 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars, whatever. One
17.
is Chris's. If my dream car and Chris's dream car had a baby, it's a 3rd gen Mero with a 632 in it.
That looks sick as fuck.
I have not
Looks
seen that
sick.
yet.
Does look
Holy
sick.
shit.
So that's how tall that engine is, for one.
Wait, so that's the 632 that you sent to Chris to buy for his car?
This is
Yep.
mhm.
Chris, do it.
It's signs, right? Alex is like Jesus, and I got my sign. Like,
Wow.
Look at this
Holy
Look at the
fucking
size of that fucking
shit.
front cover, dude.
But at the same time, like, it doesn't look tremendously over big for the car.
Look at this custom rear diffuser is fucking so sick. So this was the
Gang
thing.
sick.
So here's the cool thing about this, and that honestly, Hoonigan's done like a bunch of videos on it, but this is the first one. This is the first one of those 632s ever.
Dude, that thing
Oh,
looks
I
sick
didn't
as
know that.
fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That
they
was the
sent
first
them
one to go in
yeah.
anything.
So Chevy provided them not only this car, which apparently has been sitting around their facility for years as a test bed. They sent him this car. They sent him the engine. They made the custom front and rear bumpers, and they were like, build a car. So, which is pretty fucking sick. I think the stuff.
That's awesome.
I think the coolest thing about Hoonigan is they went from like the bad daddy bratty era of like just shitboxing everything.
yeah.
to,
Yep.
like then they got Soupy and Grim, and they're like, we're gonna build really nice shit, like a warthog that works. Right.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
Right.
Thing
That
was
thing is
fucking
sick.
that
was
Yeah.
sick.
So yeah, you know, they kind of like have like stepped up their game in terms of what they're doing, and they're doing some really cool shit. And I think you know, I think Ken Block fucking selling and merging and doing all the fucking Ken Block things to get them all the money, and now they're hooked up with Audi and like all this other fucking crazy shit. Like,
hell yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's fucking cool. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Ken Block was in my fucking commercial training today for fucking Audi.
because he's like the face of Audi now.
Yeah.
It's
I mean-
at Porsche. It's Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah. They ran. They have.
He is a dreamboat. He is a
It, like not
dreamboat.
just, but have you seen his like coming to Audi commercial?
No.
You have to watch his coming to Audi commercial, and it all would like, oh, okay, I understand why he's now in the training videos. Like like for him, supposedly with all his rally driving and stuff, Audi's what started it for him, and he has this
Yep.
big backstory.
Yeah,
and
I
all of
was
this stuff
watching
to
the
it.
Ur Quattro back in the day, right?
Right. And so all of a sudden now if you watch, there's a couple of videos in our training thing that like they gave Ken Block a RS e-tron GT, right? And they let him just go rip the shit out of it. But then they
Mhm.
also made sure all the classic cars that he wanted to drive were
Yeah.
ready to go for him.
Oh,
And then
that
like
I
he's out
have
there
seen.
just
Yeah.
he's just fucking ripping the shit out of these things. And
Yeah.
it's like that car was produced in like 1987, and that shit's still taking it all fucking day long. Like
And-
that's, that's some fucking crazy ass shit.
I
Dude,
mean,
there's a
it's-
point in
yeah.
that video where he's like, "You can't go over 7,000 RPM," and he's like, "I don't think we hit 7."
Fucking come on,
Yes.
dude. It's like, what are you gonna tell him? You know, what are you gonna tell this guy? Like, oh no, you can't drive the dick out of the car. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck off, dude.
You can drive it, but not over 7.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it goes to 11, and it's a V8.
So
That shit
like,
was sick.
It's going to 11. I don't care.
so the main reason why this car that I'm about to show I thought was cool is that, and I didn't know the backstory about this until like they're doing this whole fucking Ringmasters thing on Hoonigan where they're like, oh, me and Ken are both gonna build our dream Audis, right? So there's a company in Germany, it's like LCE Performance or whatever, and they do basically replica sport quattros, which is like the street version of the Quattro, right?
Right.
So you can buy them from them, and they're modernized and they work a little better and all types of shit, right?
Mhm.
And the first one they built was called the Turbo Monster, and it was like 1,000 horsepower, 5-cylinder, fucking all-wheel drive. Yeah, you know, whatever. So they go and they buy this roller from them because that's, you know, obviously you can't go buy a Sport Quattro because they're $500,000. So like Ken
Right,
Block
yeah.
wasn't going to go buy one of those things, so he bought a replica for $100,000. And the other thing was, Scotto has had that Audi Sport Coupe forever.
I love that car.
White, the one where they're like, oh, it's blue. No, it's I guess the color's name is Lago Blue, but that bitch is green. It's a fucking green car, and he's full of shit. But I didn't know the story about that car. He's had it for like 17 years. And it's just like, it was running for a minute, and then he put it in the garage, and then he started hooning again, and he moved all over the country, and all blah, blah, blah. And he just kind of been like carting it around the country with him, storing it in people's garages and shit. And when Ken teamed up with Audi, or when that apparently was in the works, because Scotto had announced that he was buying this body kit for this car like a year ago, right? And it's a Prior Design kit. And if you guys don't know who Prior Design is, look them up. They do really high end shit for very high end cars. They do really, really nice body kits and shit like that. But he like finished the car finally, or very close to it. And this is what it turned out to be. Which is like,
Dude.
yeah.
Thanks.
So it's got an IROS motor in it. So it's got an IROS Performance 5-cylinder engine in it. I'm sure it makes 700 horsepower and like a ton of like compressor
Dude,
surge.
Is it got another picture of the back end?
Dude, that's so hot.
Yeah, I think he does. Like there's a
Oh,
That is so sick.
oh my
the
goodness.
thing's fucking gangster, right? So it's like, and I mean, obviously there's Ken's Sport Quattro here, which he went a little tamer, but like you can't really tell because of this shot, but the car's painted gloss white and then in flat white. These are like the old
The
liveries
striping.
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah,
like
yeah,
the old
yeah.
rally cars. He just did it in flat white to like make it a little more low key.
Didn't that car used to be like yellow with like the red stripe across the
And then it
fucking
had
hood or
like the
something
black
that?
number on the side and all types
Yeah,
of shit.
yeah.
So he just did like something a little bit more low key with it, which is
That
tight.
is so sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And what's
You know-
crazy is you actually look at it, like he's actually tucking a lot of tire in that car.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are at least 295s all the way around. Like those are pretty wide. And it's cool they both did like the old gangster Audi 5 spokes. You know what I mean? They did something.
Right.
There's just they're both Audi guys, which
Dude,
is cool.
the deep dish though. Ugh.
Dude,
Do it,
that-
Timmy.
Dude,
Oh.
okay.
Do it,
oh,
Timmy.
No, we're not doing that. Yeah. By the way, Hoonigan's giving away a GTR. Go buy it.
I like that.
I just
like
thought it was
that a
cool, and it
lot.
was like it's cool for like you have, and it's and like even Hurt, like I remember reading an article with Hurt like years and years and years ago in Super Street when the Twerk Stallion, like the first time the Twerk Stallion was in Super Street when it wasn't a cover car. That dude didn't have a car for like 7 years, dude. He didn't have a drift car for like 7 years. Right? Because he was moving all over the country and he got on board with Hoonigan right at the beginning and he would like handle all their merch and shit. And he's just kind of slowly moved his way up as they started doing more videos and all types of stuff.
Right.
And now
It's called-
obviously he's fucking Hurt and he's got like 386s or some shit like that at this point. Like one of them has a super rare Hasselbeck Performance Beams engine in it. So it's got like ITBs and like these, have you ever seen the 86s where like the super like pretty headers? Where they'll come
Yes.
off the block and like do this sick ass fucking loop. And yeah, he's got one of those. So, it's just
Fuck,
cool. These
dude.
dudes are all like real. That's why I think a lot of people gravitate towards their content. They're fucking real car dudes, right? And now it's just like, hey, if you and all your dumbass friends had not unlimited, but close to unlimited budgets to do whatever you wanted, what would you do? And it's like,
Oh my god.
you do that. You fucking do whatever you want. You take the old shitbox
God,
car
yes.
you always had one. I was like, I'd have the sickest GTI anyone's ever seen.
Fucking
Fuck yeah.
1200 horsepower, bro. It'd be
I
Kyle.
don't know what he's making, but it's got to be big power. I can't imagine it's not making big power.
I see you,
Nice.
kid. I see you, kid. I see you, kid.
Because I feel like wasn't
Here goes. Say hi.
Oh, everyone says hi. Jesus, hi.
She said, "Fuck you." No, because Iroz had like one of the few cars that beat the Unicorn, right?
Yeah.
And it was a damn near fully dressed RS3. Still had air conditioning, all types of shit.
Yeah, right. It's you can still fucking daily that bitch down the street. Yeah, that's
Obviously they make power.
Like a car, Hank like picks his kid up at school.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
So fucking ridiculous, dude.
Dope
Is
as
it
fuck.
though?
I mean, it is, but it's like, it isn't. It isn't. It's sick because it's like if was way smarter than I am, and had the kind of money to develop that kind of platform, like, I mean, that's exactly what I would want, right? Like, hey, I'm old, I have kids, like, I want to go fast, but like, I don't want it to suck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It's
at
like
the same
kind of-
time, like, I don't have kids yet, but I can see like the aspect of it. It's like you can pick your kid up in like the fast, like 1,000 horsepower, like monster street, like that's on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and it's
your
like,
dick is immediately bigger than every other dad that's in the party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can tell you right now, when like I take my daughter for the rides in the cars, like now that she's getting older, like 13,
Mhm.
you can tell she still appreciates that car. She still appreciates those car rides to like now like I remember like when she was like a little girl and like we would go down this one road and she'd be like, okay, we're gonna go fast, right? And I'm like, yeah, and like it makes a big smile on your face, right? Like
Yeah.
like yeah, and like now like when I get on the cars and she's like sitting in the passenger seat being like cool, like on her phone, like you can see like I like get it. Like the
Yeah.
smirk comes on her face and you're like, okay, yeah, she's got it. Like yeah. Like she still appreciates what I appreciate and like I'm trying
Yeah.
to pass that down and shit, right? Like that's
Mhm.
the whole point.
Yeah.
That's
So-
wholesome as shit.
this is something that I wanted everybody to see because I really want your guys' opinion on this shit. Is Ford's lineup of cars at SEMA this year. All right. Mainly full disclosure, I'm into like 90% of it. Okay. And I feel like Ford is really leaving Chevy in the dust in a lot of ways. They've already got a very successful electric platform. Whether or not you like the Mach-E, you see the fuckers everywhere. And everybody that drives them says objectively it's a great car. Like whether
Right.
you agree with the branding or you like the way it looks or like fucking whatever, like it's a good car, right? And it's way cheaper than the competition. It's better put together than a Tesla. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Right.
So this is apparently a Shelby Mach-E. I don't know what's in it. I don't know how fast it is. I don't know anything
That's
about
dope
it.
as fuck.
That's what I was
That's-
going to say.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't
like
hate
it.
I don't hate
That's
it. Like I don't hate it. It's lower.
Dude.
You know, everything's body color. The front end's aggressive as fuck.
That is a crossover Ford GT Macan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean for sure. And I mean you got to remember too.
Yeah.
The thing about this car is like
Stop mentioning Porsche and everything.
It's
he can't help himself. So
We
I've
do,
given
Kyle.
up.
We do, Kyle.
But like apparently, of Mustang
Timmy's
GT.
frozen.
of-
Timmy's frozen.
everybody else was frozen. too. I was like,
He was just stuck.
He's staying face in it.
Oh, that's so good.
Sadler says the Hoonigan this versus that series is filmed in my hometown. Scotty keeps trying to get in and watch the race. Fucking, I would. Santa
Yeah, I'll be
Margarita
about that.
airstrip, right? I'm sure
Yeah,
you could fucking
yeah.
figure out. That guy owns a Hellcat. Seems like he's cool, or a Demon actually. So yeah, something interesting. Apparently, the Mach-E has more ground clearance than an actual Mustang, or sorry, less ground clearance than an actual Mustang GT, which I did
Word.
not know. Yeah, well, it's the whole. You remember the bottom of the car is 8 inches of battery, so
Oh.
it looks taller, but there's a fucking battery down there, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure this thing's like faster than because Ford's already like teased the like multi drivetrain thing, right? They did that 1700E thing with Von Gittin where it had like 5 motors in it. It had one in
Yeah,
each wheel and one
yeah.
in the center, and the thing made 1,400 horsepower and like sounded like a beehive when you drove it around. It was super sick.
I don't
If you,
know if I ever saw that.
Yeah.
you gotta go watch that video. It's fucking amazing. That thing sounds ridiculous, and he's 4-wheel drifting it all over the place. It's fucking rad.
What?
Yeah, oh, dude, yeah. Just it's a Mustang Mach-E 1400, some shit like that. It's legit. Anyway, so I'm sure it's fast, right, or quicker.
I think that thing looks sick.
Yeah, it looks
I-
pretty fucking
It's
cool.
bagged. So I don't know I don't know what this fucking chin edition shit is, but they've been doing this shit for years, right? He's done cars for Chevy and shit, but like the more
That's
I see these
dope.
things, the more I see these modified, the more I'm like, you know what?
It looks
Yeah.
like a hot hatch.
Yeah,
It
and
does.
it's
Yeah.
big, and it's like, you know, even the like the rear wheel drive one is still like 0 to 60 in like the 4s
That's what's up.
for a daily. Like what the it's fucking sick. Whatever.
It reminds me of something Volkswagen would have done in like the early like 2000s with their GTI commercials.
No.
And then I don't know what the
I
fuck.
don't know. It looks like an Integra on steroids.
Remember when I said I was cool with like
Collective
90%
Integra
of
had a
it?
cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
the
Integra had the
10%
cheap knockoff shit.
No, the 10% is his spoiler right here. That's the 10% I don't agree with. I'm actually
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool with everything
Yeah,
that's going on
everything
here.
else was cool. Everything else was
It's,
good looking. It still looks
it's
like a
a
fucking
bad
Acura from the
addition.
front, but I mean that's fine.
So this is this right here. This is a direct pull off of that car I was just talking about, because that car has this spoiler on it. But again, it makes 1,400 horsepower. So downforce is important.
Yeah.
But like the more I see these things modded, I don't hate them. This is some fuck there. So the Maverick truck came out, which is like, that's cool to me because small trucks are tight. And like, and when I mean small trucks, I mean small trucks. I mean like this thing's smaller than a Honda Ridgeline.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's cool. Eric got one, but
Yep.
I think Chris's truck looks better, honestly. That looks like so plain.
well, yeah, but Chris's truck is also 47 grand, and like this thing's like $26,000.
A regular Tacoma's front
Yeah.
end looks better than that.
I'm not a huge fan of the front end, but and they did this thing or whatever. This one, on the other hand, I don't hate this. Actually, I kind of love it.
Okay.
I kind of love it.
It's Miami Blue.
It's a mini truck. It's a full-on mini truck on like aero discs, and I appreciate the bold and brave aesthetic choice that is this very interesting spoiler that comes off the back of the bed.
I hate that I like it. I hate that I like it.
Right? That's kind of where I'm at. And obviously
Mhm.
it's wide bodied and all types of shit, but I'm like,
Yeah.
huh, like they're trying to do something different, right?
But
And
then
then
you wouldn't be
this.
able to put tall stuff in your little truck.
Who gives a fuck? It's a street truck. But look at this thing.
Dude, that's dope.
This is what I'm saying. It's like Ford like gets the assignment. You know what I mean? They understand the assignment. Like,
Yeah.
dudes our age who can't afford this shit for some reason like building cars like we're 15-year-old girls, and we want them to like have white wheels and be teal and like, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. It's like,
All fucking day long, baby.
yeah,
All
it's
fucking
like
day
I'm
long.
fucking into it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I like this a lot. Like this is cool. This is like a modern street Mustang. This is like I would push that. I'd put, you know what I mean? Like I don't see anything wrong with that. Whatever.
I think that shit looks
Oh,
tight, especially
yeah.
with the roof box.
Yeah.
Let's be real. You can't stick a roof box and a fucking surfboard on the top
Fuck.
of a Mustang.
Kyle's got a point. Kyle's got a point.
No, that
No.
for
Can't.
yeah,
They're
it
just-
would be a one or the other
Absolutely not.
situation. It'd be one or the
They're
other.
just booty shaking. Yep.
Yeah, and for 10 out of 10, it would be the roof box every single time.
Oh, 100%. Especially
Mhm.
color matched. Look at that shit.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What the,
Yeah.
is there
Stop
a better,
it.
dumber way to spend $2,500? I can't think of one.
Dude,
Um,
that looks dope.
I mean, then you have, your Motorcraft, whatever, lifted Rangers, sort of lifted F-150s, lifted F1, the normal. This is all the shit this thing's cool, but
Boo.
um,
Ooh.
And then you're lifted big boy. And can we talk about why jerry cans are skinny now? Because that feels less useful than just having a normal jerry can.
I agree. I agree.
As long as they're the same capacity, like
They're
who
not
cares?
though. There's no way that you make a jerry can that skinny hold as much
Is
as a
it?
thick
It
boy.
looks wider though.
It might be. You might have a point. And to that, I would say, whatever. But I'm just saying. When I looked at them next to each other, I'm like, that's fucking stupid. Like you got to put 4 of those on the side of your truck. If you have to put 4 jerry cans on the side of your truck so that they can be skinny boys instead of just having 2 chunky boys, I'm taking 2 chunky boys.
True that.
And this is the F-250 Bluetooth drive shaft edition. And
wait, the drive shaft is Bluetooth?
Yeah, look at it.
Did you never hear that Sema joke? You never heard
No.
that? Okay, so there was this one year where there was like this is when I made this fucking joke before. It's like, okay, so like if putting lights on a Japanese car is rights, then putting lights on an F-150 is grits, right? Like that's the fucking equivalent. So it was the year when like the hub lighting and the under lighting and like the RGB rock lighting first really hit. Like rock lights make sense. I get it. They serve a function
Right.
if you're willing, but you're not willing your car with chrome fucking suspension and 27-inch wheels.
No.
If the truck has American forces on it, it never sees the dirt. That's the rule. I don't make the rules. That's the rule. Anyway, there was all these fucking companies, all these like coming out of nowhere suspension companies and light companies and all this other shit. And they were all rushing these SEMA builds. And they'd park them and you'd walk under them and there'd be no front drive shaft or there'd be no rear drive shaft or there'd be like just shit would be missing because it was very obviously not enough time. So there was just like the term Bluetooth drive shaft. Fucking,
That is great.
Yeah.
That's
Which
fucking
I don't understand this shit where people know exactly what day and time fucking SEMA is every fucking year, but every year they always run out of fucking time to do shit.
Full disclosure, neither one of those Audis I showed you from Hoonigan Run. Just so you know. Just so we're clear. I think the biggest thing is that chronological optimism kicks in. And especially in COVID, like supply chain issues and shit, like that's a huge thing. So if you're not like the biggest guy on the block, and in the big manufacturer's case, they're literally manufacturing the parts they use a lot of times, or they're pulling shit. They'll just go pull shit off the production line if they need, boards or ECUs or whatever.
Right.
So they obviously have a leg up versus a shop that wants to put something out. Obviously, we're gonna see a lot of other really cool shit come out of SEMA. We're gonna see not so cool shit because that's just SEMA.
Normal.
I have one for you.
What?
Did you see TJ Hunt's Lambo?
What did he do now?
The twin turbo one with gold wheels.
No, but I'll go find him.
Oh. Alex is gonna like this one. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Did you guys see the 2JZ Lambo?
Yes, I did. Orange one.
It's blue now, but yeah.
Oh, did they wrap it?
Yeah, they wrapped it. They got a custom. Wow, misogyny at its finest.
The hell is that?
Yeah, what the hell is that? Wow.
It's called Burger and Fries that my wife made.
You're not allowed to do that right now.
Yo, that's a very clean automobile.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is an incredibly well put together automobile. Please tell me the interior is peanut butter because I'll die right now.
Yeah.
British Racing green on gold with fucking peanut butter interior. Sign me up.
I love that green.
Yeah,
That looks so
beautiful.
sick.
All right, check this thing out. This thing's fucking ignorant. Is it Street Arrow? The guys that built it. So Street Arrow, full
Chris,
disclosure.
my wife said you look cute tonight.
Chocolate rain.
Me?
Chocolate rain.
Oh no, I was just reading Steven's comment. I think we can do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's.
We should be able to do it.
I mean, we need a website.
We
Easy.
can make that happen.
That's not a.
We
huge
can make.
thing.
Yeah, and by that time, Kyle will have a TTRS, and Alex will move back to California, and Chris will have a new Z, and me too.
And my dad will come home.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Your dad's never coming home.
Oh,
No, he's not. Okay, so I'm just gonna start.
God
with,
damn it,
I'm
Bryce.
gonna start with this. Damn it, guys! Look at this shit.
I love you, Tim.
So that is a big fatty single turbo.
Mhm.
Oh
crazy
God,
Lambo.
yes.
Okay.
Damn. How much did he
So-
pay for the heat blanket?
I don't think-
TJ's
don't need
Lambo
one.
is twin turboed, and I think it does 900 wheel horsepower.
I wouldn't.
holy
fucking doubt it.
shit!
Dude, it's dumb. It has
Look at this shit, dog.
That's so fucking thick.
It's so fucking ignorant. I love it so much. Like,
dude, that turbo is damn near big as the fucking like brake calipers on that
so-
fucking car.
it's so
Turn the
big.
sound on.
You can't hear it anyway.
Oh.
It doesn't come through the stream.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm smart. That way,
No.
that way, if copywritten content somehow magically plays, and then one time, sometime in the future, where we're actually getting paid to do this, we won't get demonetized.
Smart.
Sport.
Smart.
Grande Cabeza.
Dude, that Lambo is sick as fuck.
That is pretty fucking sick.
So, like that's the type of shit I need to see more of. I think BS for Build was trying to get the body swapped R35 there. So he bought an R34 body and a wrecked R35, and he's putting an R34 on top of an R35.
What?
Like not putting the drivetrain in an R34, just literally putting an R34 body on top of an R35.
That's what's up.
I mean, I don't hate it.
No.
I don't hate it at all. And then
That's cool.
I think Kaisel Salim was bringing some shit. There's just this thing.
saw-
This thing is gonna be at SEMA. I'll leave that there for a second.
Word.
For those who are listening, that's a wide body twin turbo V8 swap DeLorean.
Oh.
That shit.
Alright,
that does.
I'm gonna be right back in a moment.
That does a lot
Yeah.
of things to me.
That looks sick.
Oh my
That was fucking
gosh.
sick.
That does
Oh my
quite a
gosh.
few
That was
things to
fucking
my
sick.
undercarriage. That's all I'm saying.
Your nether regions.
Wow.
And the guys that are building it did the taillights just like that.
Jesus.
Dude, that's so dope.
And
Wow.
it's like, yeah. I feel like every person who has the money to build cars somehow, like we've all grown up. We talked about this before, but we watched the same movies growing up. We grew up reading the same comics, and it's like we all just decided, like, hey, all of the ridiculous shit, we're gonna build all of it. Like everything's
Yeah,
getting
all
made.
of it.
Every
Yeah.
stupid fucking thing we thought of as kids. Hey, you remember that thing you built out of Legos? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're fucking building it.
Like,
Mhm.
fucking cute.
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys seen Alex Choi's Lambo? The gold and purple thing.
No, because I stopped paying attention to him because he's such a fuckboy. But we'll take a look.
That's
That kid, you know what? No, like fuck that kid. Like, what the fuck? We'll get to the golden purple Lambo. What the fuck is this?
All right.
No, that's a Lambo.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah. So this is, remember he exoskeleton that Lambo? That her.
Oh yeah.
Same car.
Oh.
So now it does.
I want to exoskeleton fucking anything right now.
That'd be sick.
Wow.
Oh, Exo, your skeleton. What?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
So this is the car in question. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
1200 horsepower twin turbo street legal super. Oh no, this is a.
No, this is what we just saw without the
That's
bottom.
that's the gold Lambo.
Yo, that's fucking gnarly.
That is sick.
Fucking Sheepy Race build some dope shit.
Sheepy Race has always built dope shit. They
Dude.
I
started
can't
on-
even like comprehend. This kid's like 20.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even be mad at how ignorant.
Wait,
this
go
thing is,
back. Go back to that. The e-brake, was that the parking brake?
Where?
It looked
No,
like a digital picture.
That's his phone, you dumbass. What are you
I'm
doing?
sorry. I'm
It's a Bluetooth
sorry,
e-brake.
guys.
It's a Bluetooth e-brake.
Full titanium exhaust. Oh, that's the. Oh, so these. Okay, so the ones coming off the back are the dumps off the wastegate, and the exhaust goes up. Is that what I'm led to believe here?
I think so.
Well, that's what's up.
Yo, that's the.
That's sick.
Jesus.
I never thought
Um,
I'd say this, but everybody, please go to Alex Choi's Instagram and look at how fucking ridiculous this car is.
It's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts.
That's
The funniest thing about this shit to me is like, all right, so usually the dumps go out the hood and the exhaust goes out the back. Okay, we're gonna do it backwards. It's like they were just smoking dubes and building a Lambo. You know what I mean? It's like let's just fucking flip where that shit goes.
Okay,
Oh.
dude, look at the caption for it. It's rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, changeable on the fly, so you can beep boop and open
So
the
how
drive
does
shaft.
that? Is that like an EDIF situation, Kyle? Can we get a technical explanation, please?
It's
Bluetooth.
probably
Bluetooth.
yeah.
Bluetooth.
It's probably
Bluetooth all-wheel
pretty
drive.
similar to like I'm gonna refer to Volkswagen shit, right?
I mean, it's a Volkswagen, so yeah,
100%.
just a
There
really
is-
fast GTI.
It's a how I would say on the Golf R's, the RS3s, TTRS, it's a Haldex controller. So you can basically just like it's like unplugging or disconnecting the fuse for your rear diff on a front wheel drive bias car and make it front wheel drive, right? So I'm pretty sure they have some kind of disconnect, like a controller to go, no, rear wheel drive, and then engage all wheel drive type of thing. So it's
Well,
all
like
electronic.
isn't the Haldex, but isn't the Haldex like a viscous thing though, right? It has like a fluid in the rear that has to get so hot and then it'll lock that diff, right?
Same with Porsche, right? With the
So
viscous clutch.
right.
I
So
don't know.
yes, it's Haldex is controlled by clutches. So
Right.
depending on wheel slip, right? So
Right.
if I'm off of a line, it wants all-wheel drive. If you're cruising, it's front-wheel drive. So it disconnects. So you have not even like if your drive shaft is here, your rear diff is here. You don't only have clutches, to the wheels. You also have a
Right.
disconnect to the drive shaft.
So you could theoretically tell, like, so if it's looking for an input, a traction sensor, right, a wheel speed sensor, right, because it can determine total velocity versus wheel speed versus all this other shit
Yep.
to determine the wheels are
Right.
slipping, right?
Mhm.
So if under normal circumstances, all-wheel drive mode, it's looking for that signal as a trigger to lock the front to utilize all-wheel drive. You could just tell it like, "Hey, ignore that," and just fucking don't fucking
Pretty
do that.
much. Yeah. I mean, it's just like tuning a car, right? Tuning a motor, tuning throttle. You're just tuning, the drivetrain.
So basically, what you're telling me is that drivetrain just called us all poor. Got it. Love it.
That's exactly what he said.
Hey, you know what else called us poor? Is if
Everything.
you kept reading in the caption, it said the phone charger was on the hood. So the picture of his phone on the hood. is
That's so
actually
fucking
wirelessly
ignorant. That's so fucking ignorant.
On the hood
Wait,
Yeah,
go back?
it's the phone charger on the hood.
or on the front?
No, yeah, on the
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
front trunk.
fuck off.
No way. Pull
Fuck
that shit
off.
back up.
No, I'm not. I'm talking
Go
about
to it,
Kyle.
go to
the
it.
hood, the bonnet, or the hood. Get out of here.
The
you
bonnet or the
It's
hood?
the bonnet.
The bonnet.
It is
It's
on
a
the
lovely
hood.
bonnet,
I
sir.
can show you exactly
Shut
where it
the
is.
fuck up.
Look at it.
Oh,
It-
You
it's
see,
not
it's right
that.
here.
It is.
It's
It
right
is
here.
honestly
It's right here.
not that difficult to do.
No, but it's just
It's not.
ignorant. It's
Seriously,
just
it's-
ignorant. Is all I'm saying. It's just like, why
is
would you do that?
ignorant.
Who needs that? Nobody. Literally,
Because he can.
fucking nobody needs it. Yeah,
it's wrapped in
why not?
celestial unicorn.
by in nose, in nose.
That's some rare ass material.
So what you're saying is I just show up to Sheepy Race, be like, "Hey, I want a dragon."
Hey, I want
They will find you a dragon.
Here's $400,000 in a Lamborghini. Have fun.
dragon.
Fuck,
Make
dude.
it.
I don't
rip.
even know who this kid is, by the way.
He's a
But
piece
fuck
of shit.
you.
All right. Now here's the really important thing. Okay, the single most important thing at SEMA.
Wow, it's followed by Brixton Forge. Good shit, Chris.
This is the single most important thing. That's
I'm so great.
We pay homage. We pay homage.
Our Mercedes look nice.
This is the
Damn,
Yeah.
bro.
most.
Oh,
This,
Hey, Mike,
yeah.
you know what that looks like? That looks
Yes.
like
Huh.
Rick Brown's unfinished truck.
Oh,
So my truck would probably be done before Rick Brown's.
fucking
Dude, no
Yes, it's
joke.
fucking
This
fool's
dude's been building
whole
his truck
identity.
for
that
I
fool's
would
whole
say at
identity
least
is his truck.
20 years. At least 20 years.
So, first of all, this chassis is designed for OBS Chevys, which are my favorite modern Chevy, right? Because it's just
Right.
very straight, late '90s, early 2000s Chevys. Look at how much fucking engineering. It's cantilevered suspension.
yes.
These are the shock absorbers in the frame rails.
God, yes.
What?
Jeez.
What's the math
What?
behind that?
So you have your it's built to slam, right?
Uh-huh.
So these are the shocks. This is your steering rack, right?
You got like
So they
a
tilt out
dual-
instead of fucking
a
going down.
dual
Right, so
setup there though.
You have a
So
sway
are they
bar.
showing you everything that they replace in a stock frame?
So this is Roadster Shop builds rolling chassis.
Okay.
Right. So it's a bagged chassis from. So these you can like, if you have like a '67 Mero and you're like, I want it to handle as close as it can to a C6 Vet. Well, here's a '67 Mero frame with C5 suspension in it, all the geometry set up, all the camber gain is set up properly for the weight of the vehicle. Here you go. That'll be $35,000. Right.
I want it.
And they'll
Want it.
they'll
Right.
all the way up to the point of like they'll put an engine in it, wire it, whatever. So you just drop a body on it and call it a day.
Sick.
So
Want it.
this is an airbag, right? It's got A arms up. It's got A arms, and if you look, you have a shock absorber, and then this cantilevered bell crank
Yep.
joint right here. So your shock absorbers are actually mounted inside the frame rails,
Damn.
That's so sick.
so that you can
I
get.
feel like you should be a teacher.
I mean, I just know what things look like.
No,
Yeah.
but like the way that you like moved your mouse, like in that
Oh.
bell joint right there, like that looked really good.
But like, just look at the packaging.
You're
Look
so
at the way
gay,
this.
Jimmy.
No, but look at the way the sway bar comes up and over the back.
Yeah.
This is a trailing arm, so this fucking rear trailing arm mounts up here, and then swings back here, so it can lay all the way down. They tuck the air tanks underneath the fucking bed.
Okay,
sure
but
did.
like who honestly though, in all reality,
Me,
Mhm.
how many
3,000.
of these things do you think they sell?
Who cares if they sell 5 a year? That's fucking $150,000.
I understand that, but I'm just
And
saying,
look,
like, I
look
wonder.
at how they painted
mean,
it. Look at how they
They
painted
have
it.
me sold on it.
That's sick. That's so sick.
That's your colors, Alex.
Oh, that's what I'm like. That's the flake too.
That's your-
Look at this. They did it like '90s rad style. Look at this shit.
That's 80s.
That's crazy.
style, homie.
So potentially, if you
This is
sold
Saved
the
by the Bell.
STI,
No, this is Saved by the Bell. Get out of here.
wait. So potentially, if you sold the STI, would this be the project?
I would, no lie, if I could have like, I wouldn't have them paint it this color because I would hate to be rolling around in a chassis that's that nice and like white, and it would just fucking kill me to drive around on it. But I'd have them
Hmm.
like powder coat it black, maybe do like the arms and shit like that in like a wild
Yeah.
color. But no, like I would love like LS3 T56 single cab short bed, like OBS Chevy. And like I would do something ignorant, like put a 6th gen Mero dash in it. You know what I'm
Sick.
saying? Just so
That'd
it
be fucking
looked
sick.
super fucking clean. And then just, AC, Apple CarPlay, nice stereo, whatever. And just dumb clean street truck. That like handled really well. You know what I mean? Like still a truck, but I'm cruising around. It's bagged. I can raise it and lower it. It doesn't scrape on anything unless I want it to.
Mhm.
Well, that'd be like what's his name? Casey from Gas Monkey with that
That Ford he has, that F100. Yeah.
dude, that thing is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've watched that video, I don't know how many times of him like ripping through and doing donuts and all that stuff. Like that truck is fucking sick as hell.
Dude,
and like
yeah, it is. It's fun. And what's crazy is like I'd love to build a C10, but they're too expensive.
right.
And OBSs are getting there, especially single cab short bed OBSs, right? Because that's like the one everybody wants. But you can still get them for like 10 to 15 for like a kind of
It's not-
beat. Yeah.
Dude,
It's
yeah.
not terrible.
Like here's the thing
That's
though.
still a lot though.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
lot.
If you're gonna drop a if you're gonna drop an OBS on a $40,000 chassis, like just give me the cheapest one that's clean that has a straight.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if the bumpers are fucked. I don't care if the grill sucks. Are all the
Give me
body
body.
panels straight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is all the metal straight?
Mhm.
I'll take it because I'm getting rid of everything else anyway.
Right.
It's getting
Right.
LED tails, it's getting LED headlights, it's getting a new engine, it's getting a full wiring harness. You know what I mean? Like it's if you're putting $40,000 into suspension, if you half-ass anything, you're a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Right. Right.
Like you just have to go balls out, right? Like that chassis with no engine and transmission, body, or wiring is more than what my STI is worth. To put it in perspective.
Jeez.
That's fucked up.
Jeez.
But I mean, these dudes are the dude. Have I shown you guys that Magic Mike 3D? He's one of the lead designers.
Channing
He's building
Tatum?
No, you wish, baby.
Channing Tatum,
No,
man.
He's building that fucking crazy dad.
Timmy, I love you. I love you. I love you, buddy.
Oh shit, Timmy, you're fired.
Thank you, everybody. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Like, fucking
Take that
damn.
bow, Timmy. Take that bow.
Is this the guy? No, where the fuck? Oh my god.
Walks off wearing assless chaps and a banana hammock. Just.
You fucking would too.
Oh,
Damn
Jim,
straight.
absolutely he would.
Damn
100%.
I'm trying to find this dude. Fuck, what's his? Oh wait, is it?
Everybody's waiting.
Yes, I found it. It's 3D Magic Mike.
Oh,
So
what
this
happened?
dude,
What happened?
Let's
What happened
go.
to Tom?
he
Tom,
just does.
he never
He
called
doesn't
me
love us.
back.
He doesn't love us.
He disowned us.
Wow.
He Bryced us. It's because we talk shit about his Prius. It's fine. We'll move on. He'll call Chris when he wants photos again. So this. So this is this dude. He's one of the lead designers, engineers, and fabricators at Roadster Shop, who are the guys who built that amazing chassis. And this is his Datsun that he's been building. So that is a Toyota 1UZ.
What the fuck?
Those are ITBs, and the engine will be twin turbo. And I'm going to show you how he mounted the turbos. He made this fucking intake manifold, by the way. He made it himself. He machined the parts. He laid up the carbon fiber.
Wow.
That's fucking hot.
So that's the firewall.
That's so fucking hot.
That's the firewall, right? That's the top of the
Wow.
plenum. This is some other shit. This is the bottom side of the manifold.
Hey, can you send me that Instagram?
Yeah, fuck yeah. This is the bed of that truck. So the turbos are rear mounted. It's got rear mounted cantilever suspension. This is an air to water intercooler. So the exhaust comes all the way back underneath the frame rails up into
I'm
here.
following this guy. Cool.
It pulls air out of here and then back down and out, and then it goes through this intercooler and back up to the intake manifold where it's got ITBs.
Oh my gosh.
That is
And when these are the
wild.
interior bedsides. So when I tell you this dude's been working on this truck for yeah, so here it is, and this is real, right? This is in the flesh. Like what the fuck, dude?
That's actually real. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
This is
Look at the size of turbos.
so. Look at first of all, think about this shit. This dude was like, "Oh, I want a harness bar. Oh, the cab's too small. No big deal. I'll mount the harness bar on the exterior of
Look
the
at, like-
cab."
Oh my god.
Like, what were you gonna say, Kyle?
I'm just like appreciating the geometry of things and like.
Oh my
basically the
goodness.
Look at how he,
engineering of-
but look at how he did. So obviously, it's a notch frame, right? Look at how
Right.
he did this panel to match the
Right.
corrugated truck bed.
Yeah,
That is
like
crazy.
all the details behind it.
So like
Everything flows.
You can't tell me he's not an engineer.
No, he's super smart. Look, this is
jeez.
carbon fiber. This is all
Yeah, I
carbon
was gonna
fiber.
say you have carbon fiber everything, and then like probably the original unpainted like bottom
It's the ori-
portion
yeah,
of
it
the
is.
bed.
So the
Right.
same
Right,
thing
that's
with
so sick.
this cap for the fuel cell. It does the same shit that this thing does. So it's corrugated to, and it's carbon. It's a custom piece, and it's corrugated to go into the
Frame
bed.
rail. Oh my
And
god.
then that's the mock-up engine. It gets crazier. That's like not even.
Calm down, Timmy. This is the real Magic Mike, okay?
Damn it.
This is a before and after. So he made all this shit.
That's
These,
fucking
silly, dude.
nuts.
like, fuck, does he have a good? Yeah. So this is the interior.
Oh my god.
He made all this shit, which is so. This is so fucking sick.
Oh,
Ah.
But yeah, here's your shit. Look
What?
at the shifter.
What
Look at this
are those
leakage.
master? What is that? Master.
These are all
cylinder?
master cylinders. Yeah.
oh my.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like front brake, rear brake, clutch, and hydro, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the shifter linkage.
Your
dude.
car only has one master cylinder? Ha, peasants.
Pleb.
So do I send the El Camino to this guy? I just
Yes.
let him
You
do
don't.
his.
You do not. You do not have the
No.
pockets. You do not have the pockets.
No.
Does he take
All of us
installments?
combined don't have the pockets for that.
So yeah, this was the original intake design. This was the original intake plan design, and then he changed it. It was a clear Lexan box, so you could see the ITBs, which is like the most baller shit I've ever seen. In my life.
That's fucking so clean.
There's more, but wait, there's more. I've been
It's like
following
just
this
the-
dude forever.
Just the time, the engineering, and just the plain aesthetics that just
This
went
is
into these
like-
builds.
Everybody who's like a real car guy who like I'm not even gonna say that. Anybody who
Dude,
likes
so
like
he's got what, a 3.5 point harness seat that is mounted to a bar that's exterior. Go back one.
Mhm. No, it's this one. Wait, is it? Okay, no wait. Real quick, this is the rear spoiler he designed for the top of the bed, and he put an LED taillight in it, and he made everything.
Jesus.
Look at how fucking clean that is, dude. But yeah, so he's got a 5-point harness, and he had to make the harness bar mount exterior, so he just made it mount exterior.
That's awesome.
You're like, fuck it.
There's
Might
an
as well.
exhaust, I think. Yeah.
Look at the fucking control panel.
Oh, this is just some shit. Wait, but there's this is like, dude. And he made all this shit. He made these switches. He 3D printed them. Oh, nobody makes the switch. I like. Guess I'll just make my own.
Wow.
No big deal.
So this, though, I'm saying is like the reason why I love following this dude is because the way that he thinks about building something. He's just so fucking
Details.
smart. Well, he's so smart, and he has so many resources at his disposal, which is like that's the number one thing, right? It's like
Right.
nobody has access to commercial grade 3D printers and 5-axis mills and CNC machines and unlimited supplies of carbon fiber and all this other shit, right? Like, obviously, this dude has a lot of things going for him in terms of being able to make whatever he wants, and he's wicked fucking smart on top of all of that.
Everything's just so outside of the box.
But look, the whole truck is done in CAD. Everything is done in CAD.
That is
Right.
so crazy.
So like, look at this. So he's got a vent down here on the back of the bedsides for an intake pickup. So like this comes down and yeah. And like, I don't even care how fast this thing is. Like, I don't even give a fuck. It can make 300
Mm-mm.
horsepower and I wouldn't give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
Like, this thing's so sick,
Mm-mm.
dude. Yeah. So
Oh my! Look at that detail, bro. And like,
design
and
then reality.
right, and then to see it like yours, like, there's no difference.
And this is the process. So this is how much. And this is a shit. Like, if anybody ever like, don't ever fucking cheap out on carbon fiber, please.
I definitely did not.
Yeah, because this is the amount of work it takes to make a good piece of carbon fiber. So it's like, oh, hey, I designed a thing, and this probably took me 6 hours in SolidWorks, right? And then it's like, I need to machine a buck to make a mold off of. And then
Right.
I have to treat the mold with all of this shit so that the carbon will lift off of it. And then I need to bag it and then do the thing. And then I need to trim it and then gel coat it and then polish it. And then now you have your part. That's why your hood is $700.
Right.
Just saying. Carbon
I can
fiber
afford
hood.
carbon fiber stickers.
Okay, here we go. This is the part that I wanted you to see. He made his own side mirrors.
Oh.
Okay. There's LEDs. These are turn signals.
Disgusting.
And this was like the 3D printed buck. Yeah, so like
It goes back to that saying: if you can dream it, you can fucking build it. Like,
if
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
it,
bro,
then I
like,
can do.
like legit, like holy fucking shit.
So believe in your
Like,
dreams, kids. That's really the point of the whole
he
message.
literally took this little piece of shit truck and like had a dream and an
And
idea.
it was a real piece of shit.
Yeah, it was, and like he legitimately just like is like, you know what? Nah,
Every time
we're
I
not
like
gonna let you
lose,
die.
every time I lose interest in like, I think it's really normal for people to like car guys to like lose interest in car stuff when you get frustrated with a build or like shit keeps breaking or like fucking like where I'm at with my STR. No, it's like I'm just tired of driving this thing, right? And you get this thing where like for a second you're like, dude, am I just like wasting my time? Am I throwing too much money around? Like, could I be doing something else? Could I, you know what I mean? Like, and then you see something like that and you're like, nah. Like, nah. Financial stability is cool and all, but have you seen this guy's V8 twin turbo Datsun? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, 1000%.
Yeah. Never stops comebacking.
So I just
No.
got word from Tom, by the way. He is
Oh.
doing a big turbo on a RS6, and I don't know if he's wrapping up work, but he's still working.
Oh, that's what he's doing right now?
Because you
Yeah.
can't stream this, Tom.
I'm gonna give Tom
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna give Tom a huge fucking pass because he's been
All right.
a huge supporter of us. So if Tom wants to go do cool with like big turbo RS6 things, I'm not gonna fucking shit on him about it
That's
because
what's
that's awesome.
I'm not mad about
Absolutely,
that.
And I do still want to have him on once he finishes bagging that AMG because I like that car a lot.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that
yeah.
car.
Oh,
a
we better have
lot.
some photos or something in the chat about that. By the
I
way, let's see a
fucking
big turbo in an
really-
RS6. Let's see it.
I really like. No, he said, yeah. Oh yeah, is that a new RS6?
Yeah, it looked older from the previous pictures he sent me.
It has to be an
The
import.
older
This
one is like the 90s.
Yeah, when was the last? What was the last RS6 we got? It was like forever.
I thought it
ago,
was
right?
like 98.
Yeah, because
I
we
don't
got.
think we got a mid 2000s.
We no,
I
we
don't
didn't.
think.
No, because
No,
those
we
are the
haven't.
ones.
I don't-
Those are all the ones with the Lambo engines in it. We didn't get them.
We learned that Andrew's 2008 RS4 is just as fast as my tuned 2019 S4.
Get fucked, really?
Like not
Hands
off the
down,
line,
bro.
but dude, on the freeway, like
What's that?
we went to Mexico and like I was going like
As one
120
does.
or so, and fucking I looked to my side and Andrew's like right here in my quarter window, and I'm like, the fuck?
It was sorry. I
Wait,
missed
mine
the
was
first part of that.
60, and how much was yours?
I mean, his
Wait,
wasn't
hold
cheap.
on.
His, what did he pay? He had to pay at least mid-30s for that.
27.
No,
27,000.
dude,
27.
and you should see the service files for this thing.
That thing looked immaculate. He just needs to
Bro, service files this thick. Like the guy who
book.
had it before
A
him was
book.
like meticulous.
All it needs is
It's some tint.
some tint, blower, drop, and some TE37s, and it's fucking perfect.
He
Well,
won't even,
okay,
he won't even
so
straight
The
pipe
blower
for
probably
one,
won't
so-
happen,
No,
but
we're getting on him. He will soon. As soon as I guess the suspension is a big issue in those cars.
oh really?
And it already got like the whole system got replaced already. So he said as soon as it goes out, he's bagging it.
What kind of
Uh,
suspensions in the stock?
So it's some
DRC system.
yeah, it's some like so it was like an 08, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so it's like an older electronic dampening control system, which you can imagine how that
Howdy
technology
cost.
is aged.
Well, now, like
So once that goes out, he's gonna bag it. Stock wheels on that car is clean as shit, so he'll probably keep those. But he is kind of a wheel guy, so he might do something, but he's not gonna
Dude,
do much. He
he's
looked up the supercharger kit that you sent me,
Uh,
and he told me it was like 25 grand.
hey, did he sell the
And-
Lexus or no?
Yes, Lexus is gone.
all right,
Ooh, what?
He's got cash in the pocket.
All right,
Seven
PNPs.
grand.
Hell yeah.
That's actually
Where
good
is
money
his
for
ass
that
on this
thing.
podcast, by the way?
Yeah, we
Andrew?
should get him on this. We should get him on the podcast. Although I don't know if Timmy's computer can handle it, but does he have his own
If-
laptop?
Yeah, he's got. Yeah,
No, he's got a whole
my
PC.
bro.
Oh, okay.
My PC came from him. He built it for
Oh,
me.
okay.
and-
Then yeah, we should get him on. That'd be fun. I think that'd be fun. Timmy
Okay.
1 and 2.
We can do that. We
Yeah.
can beat his ass. He's a piece of shit.
No, he's got a cool car history. I think that'd be fun. I like talking to guys with cool car history.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I think you know what would actually be really sick on that car is some kind of other like Volkswagen Group wheel.
Yeah.
A BBS.
Yeah, like a BBS
Bricks,
or like
Bricks and Forge.
fuck, they're not sponsoring your fucking Elko. Get out of here.
Like a old school BBS, like the oh god,
I'm
I
trying to
can
think of
picture it in
what
my head.
wheels would actually.
I don't.
LMs would look good, like 3-piece LMs.
I'd see. But like with all-wheel drive
They're
cars,
too overplayed.
there's that. But like I feel like
Yeah.
with all-wheel drive cars, like any kind of lip is kind of like weird. Like I feel like monoblocks are the move. You know what I mean? Like I know they're played out,
Monoblock would
but
be sick.
I think TEs would look gangster as fuck on fucking RS4. I think
We'll
if you
have to
put
talk to him about it. I'll tell him to come on in 2 weeks.
like those or like something polished would look sick.
Dude, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking
Ooh,
about.
work equipped
the,
fives.
Oh,
Polished work equipped fives would look gangster as fuck on,
I
on
like
that. Yeah,
those.
on a
pull
B7
that shit
RS4.
up. I don't know what that
You don't
looks
know what
like.
those
Hold
are,
up.
dude? These were like actually what would really look dope are
Oh my
Blitz
God.
03s, but there's no way he's affording.
when's the last
instead of-
time you saw like equipped fives on the street? Like he should
Never.
do it.
Did you see that? So like the market on Blitz 03s has like gone through the fucking moon, right? Like there's like so Adam LC is giving away a $25,000 set of gold plated Blitz 03s, right?
What the
Three-piece
fuck?
3-piece USA just found the last set of brand new in-box Blitz 03s from the 90s, and they won't even say how much they're selling them for. They say contact if interested.
40?
Yeah, that's
I'll put it to you like this: a rebuilt set right now is going for like 7 G's,
For how much?
$7,000, because they don't make them. They haven't made them in almost 20 years.
That's yeah. It's probably
No,
a
that's-
40. It's probably a $40,000 to $60,000 set of wheels.
Those are some shoes you just can't wear. Like
But that's the thing, right?
Bro.
It's like now I've spent so much money. I got the last set of Blitz 03s. It's like, yeah, I got the Travis Scott fucking dunks. I'm never wearing them
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, right. And then I hit a fucking pothole and I bent the bitch for fucking
Yeah.
$15,000,
crying.
right?
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah, you don't put those on a car.
no, you just fucking.
You put those on your 918 to sit in your garage while your 918 is like in your living room. The Blitzos
Right.
will go on the 918
Right.
in the living room. Like it doesn't get touched. It doesn't get
Those-
moved. It doesn't get started.
Show the.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
That's a
if
living
you,
room
if you,
car.
honestly, if you could afford those wheels, you could honestly probably almost afford a fucking.
These are the
918.
Blitz.
Yeah,
These are the
yeah.
Equip 05s, Mike. These are the Equip
Yes.
5s, folks. And
Yeah.
I think that with
Those
a
would slap.
with a step
Those would
lip,
slap.
not a reverse lip. I think those with the step lip would look fat as fuck on the
That would
RS4
slap.
in that exact finish, like the
Mm.
like not
He
polished
likes
but like
that.
brush.
Mm.
I
He
think
likes
that would
that.
you'll have a hard time finding a decent set. I can guarantee you the easiest thing to do is find a set in the right size face with the wrong offset and have them rebarreled is going to be way easier and less expensive than trying to find a set that'll fit an RS4. But like,
Right.
but and he'd have to
That'd
do
be
a
dude.
he'd have to do
That'd
a
be fire.
he'd have to do a stud conversion too, which is I honestly think is the smart thing to do anyway because I think German cars are fucking stupid for the
Yeah.
bolt thing. That's just
Oh, dude, what about the Equipo 4s?
that
Right,
would
dude,
not.
like,
That's
I
like
can
Red
tell you-
Baron shit.
I
Like,
can tell you
Yeah.
for what Andrew paid for that car and what he got,
It's gold.
dude, it's beyond gold. Like that bitch is like 3 times fucking platinum. Like I saw it in person. Like that car is gorgeous. Like
It is
for 100, it was 103,000,
107.
107,000 miles. It looked like it had 20,000 miles on it. Like it
as long
was,
as
Yeah.
it's well maintained.
and like, bro,
It's a book.
it's a book.
It's
Like
a
the
book.
dude before him, like was beyond meticulous and just had it everything. Just
So for the
whatever
record,
it
this
needed.
is get out of here. This is what Equipo 5s look like on an E36.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
So they fit German cars really well.
Yep.
That's the move. I have decided that's what he's buying. Just kidding. Like he gives two fucks what I think, right?
It's the
Like,
law.
I am the law. Is that a show, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be a show. I feel like that was a good show. We laughed,
Yeah.
we cried, we talked about things, we tried to decide what people are going to buy for their own cars. I think the real takeaway here is that I hope that Sema now will get away from over fender nationals and Bluetooth drive shafts and go back to being what used to be really cool about Sema, which was seeing new and interesting ways to modify cars, seeing you guys push kind of the boundaries. I think you remember that car show we were looking at, and it was overseas, and it was like the C3 that was bagged on wide ass wheels. It had the Mark II GTI that was like the mid-engine rear-wheel drive Kaiser conversion. It had that like teal green C3 C4 Corvette that was like super outrun out.
Yeah.
Give me more of that shit, right? Like, don't just put a Liberty Walk kit on your fucking car and some wheels and V8 swapping and call it. Like, do something fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, really, fuck. I don't care if you're stancing your car. I don't care what you're doing. Like, just do some cool shit. I want to do more cool shit, which is probably my biggest impetus behind like thinking about getting rid of the STI. It's just been fucking done to death. It's a great car, and I love it, and I love everything about it. But I want to do something cool. Like, Kyle's car is cool. You don't see a lot of fucking super fucking quick GTIs. I don't see a lot of built S4s too. So like Timmy, when your car's done, when you put some fucking real wheels on that thing that you didn't get from Tire Rack,
Which still have never been on the car yet.
but you own them.
Yes.
It's
Did they
like when
get
you,
peeved?
it's like when you go to, it's like when you
No.
go to the store and you buy a
Oh.
shirt and like you really like the shirt and then you bring it home and then your wife will never let you wear it in public, but will not stop giving you shit about the fact that you spent money on it and brought it home and it's hanging in the closet. That's what those wheels are.
Yeah.
And brand new Michelin brand new Michelin winter tires.
Yeah, we've been through 2 winters since you bought them, and how many times have they been on the car?
One. I bought them last year. I bought them last year.
Listen, I got COVID brain, dude. Okay, and it just feels like I feel
It's
like
like 17 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like we've been doing this podcast for
I'm
like 10
sorry,
fucking years.
I
dude.
Back in Nam.
Jesus
Back in
Christ.
my day.
Oh man, you weren't there.
You didn't see what I saw, man. Fuck. Also, can you guys do me a huge favor? Can you please remind me, since we don't do the what are we drinking thing, can we now turn that into the making sure that we're saying like and subscribe at the beginning of the show instead of an
Yeah.
hour and 46 minutes into the episode where everybody's already left and nobody's
Yep.
making
Right.
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like and
thanks.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Bitches. Yeah. So that's fucking
Bitch.
to both of you, like the one listener in Zimbabwe and the other one who's in Stuttgart, like and subscribe. I'm not kidding. We have listeners in Zimbabwe and Stuttgart. I looked it up.
Oh
Love it.
shit!
Fucking love it.
Yes.
The
Shout
map.
out.
The map is interesting to look at. It's cool. There's a guy that listens to us in Iran.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's allowed to, but he listens to us. So
Nice.
good on you, champion. Anyway, like, subscribe, follow. We'll be back again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
With the same old shit, but different day. I think we should really try to get your brother on Timmy for the next one. I think that'll be a ton of
Okay.
Yeah. let's
I
do it.
mean, he's sitting there yelling at people. Fuck you, you pussy! I killed you first. You know,
Glad
think
to
he's
see
available.
That, yeah, glad to see
He's-
that
he's got
Modern
time.
Warfare 2 lobbies are still alive and well and fucking
Yes.
Oh,
100%.
They've never
100%. When
stopped.
we play with Andrew, it is nonstop.
Molded in the darkness.
Yes. Oh, 100%. I was born in the darkness. You merely molded to it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I can hear him yelling in my fucking
And-
background.
and
right
on
now.
that-
Hey, Joe.
And on that, I'm gonna go fuck your mother bombshell. Thanks for
Woo!
listening, guys. Have a good night.